Hey guys, welcome back to the April 2019 budget review. I'm gonna start off by saying I am filming this on April 30th, so it should be up to date and I should be able to show you everything in the budget. We're gonna start off here with the credit score screen. And the first thing that you're gonna see is that I did actually lose 3 points in the credit score this month. I looked through quite a bit of different things, Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, and I took me a while to figure out what it was, but it turns out it was actually a very old credit card from I think 2005 that was on there that dropped off my report, and that caused the credit score to decrease. So I'm not too worried about that. The good news is my on-time payments went up by 1%, and my credit usage went down by another 2% from paying off debt. Let's take a look at the budget here. Okay, so according to this, it's in the green, which means that overall, which was like basically my income I budgeted and my expenses I budgeted, I am within my budget. And I think this is actually only the second time that's ever happened. And when you see what I'm working with here, you're going to see why that's kind of surprising. Taking a look here, the first thing I had is the Google AdSense. So that was $152. That's, of course, from the YouTube channel. And then with my paycheck, I was a little short of what I thought I was going to have in there. That's due to a lot of changes with our pay structure. And, it's like, what, a difference of $50 here. Essentially, what's happened is that I got two different raises this month, but they pushed back the effective dates of those. So those are not showing on here. And I did work just very slightly less overtime than I had anticipated, just because I had some other things going on and I couldn't dedicate as much time to doing that. But essentially, to elaborate on the raise, I did get a raise as of the 21st of April to $15.90 an hour, which is a 6% raise. And then as of yesterday, which is dated retroactively to the 24th, I did get a raise to $16 an hour. So that was an additional 10 cents per hour. When I budget, I'm not going to put that toward anything in particular. It's just going to be toward whatever I need to spend money on, because there's plenty of that, but it does certainly help. And then with referral income, you see I only got $100 out of the $1,100 that I was expecting. And that's not quite as bad as it sounds. That means that both people, the person doing the $100 and the person doing the $1,000, they actually both completed this, which I wasn't confident that they were going to. But the $100 guy did, and I got that money. And you'll see down in business expenses that I did pay him half of that. And then the other one, the guy that finished the $1,000, he did that, but it's not going to be paid out until tomorrow. So literally on May 1st, I'm getting the $1,000 payment. Rideshare income, I haven't been doing recruiting for Lyft very much, although I did just take an Uber ride for them a few minutes ago. And then we'll see. I might be able to take this out of the budget completely for next month, although I do have one person that just got approved. So it's a possibility next month $100 will come from that. With the other income, now that I am building up the amounts in my savings accounts, I'm getting more interest per month. So I got approximately $2 for that. Just to let you guys know, currently my emergency fund is at $1,469.75. So that makes, I've hit the $1,000 goal. I essentially have hit the $1,500 goal, which was the next one. My ultimate goal for that I've been shooting for years and never quite got to is 10,000. So I'm just going to keep saving until I get that. Then tax refund. This is from the state. I got a refund there, and that just went to nothing in particular, but just living expenses. So car insurance and car payment are right on, and gas. Yeah, let me tell you what's going on here. So when I set the budget of $30, I think normally it's like 70 or 75. That was because I was going to be riding the bus because I get a free bus pass with work. The problem with that is I'm having some conflicts with working for Lyft and doing some various other things that I have to do, like after work, um, with the bus schedule because it stops running a little bit later, like right after I get off work. So there's some kinks to work out with that. I'm going to be a little better next month. But primarily, the two other things that contributed to this going over so much is I got gas toward the very end, like maybe the last day in March. So that actually rolled over and counted against me in April. So the beginning of April, I already had pretty much a lot of this budget used. The other thing is just I'm struggling. I'm staying up late at night to get stuff done, and then I'm like struggling to wake up in the morning. So sometimes I don't wake up in time to go to take the bus because it takes longer. But I'm going to work on that for next month. And then bills and utilities. I went over a little bit, but with this category, I'm totally fine with that because what needs paid needs paid. The one thing I do want to point out, this month and last month, Mint started doing this, and I don't know why, but this this $105 I paid toward my phone is included in this $184. So it's actually like 70 some dollars that I paid toward bills and utilities plus the phone. And for some reason, it just counts it twice in there. And with the student loan, that's right on. That this is actually two separate payments that's going to Navient. I think I did pretty good with fast food this month. Uh, I'm I'm really surprised because I don't think that's ever been that low before. But on the flip side, because I wasn't eating out, I ate at home more, which meant that I did actually go over my grocery budget, which I think is only the second time that that has happened. Um, I think that I have found a way that I can reduce that for next month. Essentially, it's the type of meals that I'm getting because, like, I can't cook and I don't have time to learn, and I need some mobile things that I can just stuff in my lunch bag and take with me and microwave. So I think I found a cheaper option, and I'm going to do it for next month and see how much of a difference it makes. And then with restaurants, I'm still under the budget there. No gifts, didn't go to the doctor. Rent and water is right on, and renter's insurance, of course, storage paid, and business expenses. So what this is, I ended up spending $177. I had budgeted that I was going to spend 550 as commissions for referrals. Basically, my referrals were supposed to be $100 and $1,000. So I was going to pay half of that, which would be 50 and 500 or 550 out to those individuals for their part of getting that bonus. Then the other $30 was for various other things, part of which was I was doing some online advertising. I think I'm going to not be doing that anymore because while I'm seeing a lot of people sign up from it, none of the people who are signing up are actually going through the process and like getting anything done. So it's not really worth it for me. Then, so what I did actually spend this on for business expenses, primarily, I spent some money for a business trip that I'm going to be taking at the end of May. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that here in a minute. I did have a couple of ads, cheap, like $5 or $7 ads. And then I did have the $50 that I paid out for the commission on the $100 bonus that was earned. Regarding the business trip that I'm taking and what I spent money on for that this month, I was trying to cash flow it and doing that essentially by taking some of the money I was making from overtime and putting it toward that trip so that it didn't really take anything out of my normal budget to do that. Well, I kind of screwed myself over, or got screwed over, depending on how you look at it. Essentially, here's what I did. I figured out it was cheaper to get an Airbnb than to stay in the hotel, to go down there. And I went to Target and got Airbnb gift cards, because if you use your Target Red card, you get 5% off, even on gift cards. So I thought that I was going to save money by getting an Airbnb, and then I was going to save 5% off of the Airbnb by doing it at Target. The problem was that after I redeemed the gift cards and I put in my request, the person did not respond to me. Now they did eventually, but by that time I had already booked the hotel, and the hotel reservation is non-refundable, so I just have to go with the hotel this time. And when I take a business trip later in the year, it won't be so bad, I guess, because I've already got $95 worth of uh, Airbnb gift cards. Well, actually, $100 worth of Airbnb gift cards, but paid 95 for it. So that's where a lot of the business expenses went to. And then with clothing, I absolutely have to buy jeans this month. I know I've said that for the last couple months, and I've been putting it off, but I absolutely have to. Hollister's doing the $25 jean sale right now. I'm probably just going to get a pair there. But unfortunately, I mean, now that it's warming up, I'm probably going to have to buy a pair of shorts or two too. So I'll see. Maybe when I get that $1,000 bonus, maybe some of that will go to buying some clothes. And then with everything else, there's a lot more on here than there usually is. So $1 for office supplies. I got some paper clips. Well, not paper clips, but like I think binder clips at Target. That's what that's for. Printing, again, less than $1. Shipping, I got a letter from a bill collector. I had to send them a debt validation letter, and that's like postage and the return receipt, the certified mail. With entertainment, we had this work event where we went to a bar. It was like a barcade after work one night, and I spent the dollar that I had in my wallet on quarters to play pinball. Finance charge is what was charged to my credit card and interest. Service fee is the 69 cents for uh, fee for the money order to pay for my storage unit. I'm not sure why this food and dining is not categorized. I'll have to look into that, whatever that $13 is. Snacks, $45, which is better than usual. And then home supplies. I don't remember what all of these are. I know I got paper towels. I'm not sure what else it was, but it was that type of item. Personal care. Toothpaste. That's what that was. Um, and then the hair thing. Okay, this is a long story. The good news is that I'm getting my haircut this weekend, and I have a new place now that charges a lot less than the place before. So we'll just leave it at that. And then I did pay taxes. I have to start paying quarterly taxes now, because I had a $55 penalty on my 2018 taxes for being self-employed and not paying quarterly taxes. So I started to do that, and that's what the $78 is. And then the credit card payment, this is something to do with, because I paid from a different account. Normally it'll show 57 and then negative 57 and cancel itself out, but it's just a credit card payment. And then these are just my goal amounts here, not what I actually paid. So let's flip over real quick to what I actually did in goals. And I've not looked at these yet, so hopefully they're accurate. And they are not at all. Yeah, that's not right at all, because I've actually put quite a bit of money toward the emergency fund this month. Sometimes this page is accurate and sometimes not. Again, yeah, the credit card's not showing anything. Obviously, I paid that. This shows -3, which probably is not accurate. I mean, I know I made a payment there. It does factor in the interest, and I know retirement's wrong because I actually did contribute to retirement this month. I have done something that I've been meaning to do for a long time, and I took the Whole Foods 401k and rolled it over into my Roth IRA, and that would have counted as contribution. Plus, the market has been pretty good this month, so I made some money there. And I've not been able to contribute to the moving fund, but as you're going to see in the budget with me video for May, I am going to be contributing to this pretty soon, and I'm going to explain why more so in that video. And let's go over to trends. Okay, well, let's do this first. So we're going to go to debts by account. Now I'm doing this because I have been showing you guys in the last video that I'm working on paying off that small credit card. The thing is, I have not. Is that it? There we go. All right. So debts over time for the small credit card. You can see I was putting, starting in January, I was putting the extra money that I got from overtime toward it. I did not do that. I just made the standard payment this month, so it didn't go down a lot. It's like $12 or something, but still going down. So happy with that. When I get back on track, like when I do get a secondary job or something like that, that's something that I'm going to do. Also, I want to mention that I thought that I was going to be doing TaskRabbit, but my background check is taking forever with them, so I've not been able to do that yet. And that was supposed to be my supplementary source of income. When I have a secondary source of income like that, I can basically put anything that comes in from there toward paying off this debt, because I'm really pretty close to paying it off, and I just want to get rid of that minimum payment. And then I also want to show you income by merchant. There we go, and that's for this month. That is correct. Okay, so ADP, that is the new payment system for my company. We are fully switched over to that now. So it's always going to just show ADP. And then Google is next. That's AdSense. That's only 6% of my income. And Instacart referrals, 4%. That's going to be a bigger slice for next month, obviously, because I've got that $1,000 bonus coming in. And then the estate tax refund, which is kind of a one-time thing. And then total $2.87 paid in interest. So then the last thing we've got to look at here is net worth over time. And I do want to point something out to you guys when we get down into the final numbers here. It looks like right here on the actual black dots, it looks like it's like kind of drooping down. It's actually not true, and I'm going to show you why. Whatever is wrong with Mint, and has been for a couple years now, with my main checking account, sometimes there's a delay, and sometimes there's this weird thing where, like right now, it's actually showing on my income that money has come in, but it's not showing on the account balance, so I have to add it in manually. So it looks like my assets are lower, but they're not. They're actually higher because it's not counting my $1,200 paycheck. To correct the assets here, I added in the difference between what Mint shows my checking account to be and what the actual balance is. And then what I've done is pretty much figured out that my assets this month over last month have increased by $626.69. And then my debts, they have decreased $151.49. When I add all this together, starting with this number, adding in my IRA that doesn't show up here, and adding in that difference between the two amounts of the checking account, that leaves me with my new net worth of negative $171,133.35. And that is an increase over last month of $882.91. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I do want to say that we might even see a little bit more progress next month because I do have a dollar per hour raise, essentially, that I just got. So I think I'm going to have a little more room to pay a little bit more off and save a little bit more. Obviously, I've got the two areas to work on, which will be food and gas and reducing those. But I kind of have a plan with both of them. So if I can make progress of roughly $1,000 a month, like I did here, I'm man, I'm totally happy with that. So anyway, guys, I have a little bit more time because I'm not working a side job right now to devote to the YouTube channel. So I'm filming this April 30th. I should have it up for you May 1st or May 2nd at the latest. I will tell you tomorrow, May 1st, I will be filming my budget video, my budget with me for May. And then I am hoping that I will have the why I left Target and what happened there video up really hopefully the first week of May. I already had it filmed and I actually had to refilm it because some more stuff happened I had to update it. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching. It looks like I'm starting to make some progress and it's starting to go faster every month. So I know you guys get frustrated sometimes when there's not a lot of progress, but it looks like things are maybe looking up a little bit. So stick around and see where that goes.